there. So this week we're going to be talking about something that most people play around with when they're beginners, which is hand wrapping. That is, when you have the poi tether wrap around your hand as the poi is rotating. Normally we keep the hand locked behind the poi's plane so that that doesn't happen. But there are some cases when doing it deliberately actually results in some pretty cool stuff. Such as when you are moving your hands together and you can keep that wrap in time as you go same time, same direction, or, for example, split time, same direction. And you can do this with opposites too, but the same direction stuff is mostly what I've been playing with this week. So, how this works mainly is that, so I hold my poi between my thumb and my index finger, and as I'm rotating it, normally the rest of my fingers are also curled around the handle. To change that, what I do is I stick out my hand as though, I don't know, like I was going to karate chop somebody, wherein it still leaves a pinch between my, the meat of my hand and my thumb to hold onto the poi with, but it provides a longer kind of spoke for the poi to wrap around as opposed to brushing past the rest of my hand when it's all curled up like this, right? When you do that with both hands, and say you wrap clockwise, you're going to find that you have to rotate your hands around to get to the end of that wrap, depending upon poi length, but the length of my poi are such that I have to have my right palm up and my left palm down, because my poi want to complete that wrap on the same side as where I'm holding my handle, right? And the same thing is going to be true on the other side, wherein my right palm is going to go down, my left palm is going to go up, because once again my poi want to stop on the side that the handle's on. So there's actually a small rotation that happens at the end of each of these wraps in order to have them finish in the same place at the same time. When you're doing a split time, that is less of a concern. You can have them be a little bit off of each other and it still looks right. Please note, however, that as I'm doing that, I'm keeping them slightly off plane to ensure that they can't interfere with each other. Split time, I think, also looks better if you just jump straight back out of it, as opposed to stalling it and then coming back out of it, where you lose the illusion because you realize that the poi actually stop phased in same time rather than split time. So, what can you do with these moves? Two ideas that come out of a Ronan performance video from last year are the idea of starting with a weave, and when you're at the point where your right arm is coming on top of your left arm on your right hand side, you initiate a split time wrap so that you can come out of it in reverse weave. And likewise, when you get to the other side and your right hand is coming underneath your left hand, you can similarly initiate another split time hand wrap and come out of it forwards, reverse, forwards, reverse, forwards, reverse, forwards, slap them, reverse, slap them, forwards. Man, I can't hold on to them tonight. Another great use of this is if you play around with this back-to-back triquetra pattern that I'm a big fan of. You can actually initiate that wrap right in the middle of what would normally be kind of like a float between the top and bottom positions, but in this case becomes a point where you can kind of focus attention before drawing your hands back out again in another flower. My hands are almost doing like a thread the needle as I do this to keep the poi from doing just that, bouncing into each other. So what about same time, same direction? Well, This is a lovely Yuta move that I'm a big fan of, wherein he takes a static versus extension hybrid and initiates the wraps with both hands, such that the circle gradually shrinks down and both of his hands come to wrap together at the same point. And then he pulls them back out again in reverse. And of course, you can do the same thing going from reverse to forwards, right? You can either even have a lot of fun switching straight between the two. This one is literally just the same time, same direction wrap, except that your hands are moving at the same time. You may have some problems getting the extension hand to do the wrap properly. I think the key there is to hold out your hand as a shelf as you're moving around. It helps some, but also you have to learn how to frame it right between your hands in order to make the wrap happen unencumbered. This also is really fun because if you say start from the reverse and have your right hand follow your left hand in and then pop your left hand back out, it takes you from a hybrid to an anti-hybrid, which is a really cool kind of switch up. Finally, if you're a big fan of same time, same direction flower hybrids as I am, there's an opportunity to do something that works in a very similar way across the top. Oops. And you'll notice I'm not actually completing the wrap as I do this. The reason being that I've just found it's too hard to go across the bottom and get the wrap completely there. But I think it's close enough that the illusion is more or less there. Yeah? And occasionally you add extra loops at the top and just completely garble that hybrid. But in any case, so yeah, hope that was fun and you guys got some use out of that. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Have yourselves a great week and take care of yourselves. Peace.